All right, we just got triggered in on this NZD/USD buy position. Let's do a trade breakdown real quick. Look on the daily time frame. We're overall bullish. We had a bullish market structure shift from the daily time frame as price took out this lower high right over here, where buyers started to regain control back here on the daily. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, we have buyers in control as well. As you can see, we shift bullish here. We have clear higher highs and higher lows as prices continue up. Let me know that buyers are still in control. Now that the daily and the 4 hours both bullish, I'm more so looking for buys than I am looking for sells. Just because I have more time frames telling me to buy, I suppose telling me to sell. Then we get down to the 1 hour time frame. As you can see, we have price consolidating here, but before the consolidation, we have a clear higher highs and higher low structure here, right? So let's know we're still bullish on the 1 hour time frame. But on the 1 hour time frame as well, we had a break of these previous highs to the left hand side, where we have a candlestick closure sitting right over here. We had a pullback retest, and I'm anticipating a trend continuation off of this retest. Get into the 5-minute time frame for actual entries. So what I did when I got to the 5-minute time frame is I looked for a bearish market structure in the 5-minute time frame, wait for that bearish structure to shift bullish, approaching to the overall 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily already being aggressively bullish, right? So looking at this 5-minute time frame, as you can see, price has equal highs here. This is the lowest point price was before making those equal highs. Eventually came down to take this low, showing me that sellers were in control here. As the market shifts bullish back above this lower high here is where I decided to take my buy entry. Stop loss was below this overall level and sitting below this current candle down here. I wanted to be a little bit more aggressive. I was thinking about being a little bit more aggressive, having like a 5 or 7 pip stop loss. But I'm like, no, that's a little bit too aggressive for me. I'm okay with having a 10 pip stop loss, just to be on the more safe side, as because I'm a more of conservative trader. But that's the buy position. Sitting in some profit right now. See if we can take out this high and see how the trade plays out. I was talking that whole time. Mike was on mute. I didn't even know my mic. Y'all was gonna tell me my mic was on mute in the chat, or what? My mic muted here too. No, my mic not muted too. All right, bro. This is a 4-hour candle open, and this is our 1 hour candle open with no bottom wick. I don't like this at all. I'm high key gonna close this trade here. I'm gonna close that pretty much break even, literally a little bit in profit, bro. But it's a whatever. I don't like the fact that this candlestick open with no bottom wick, bro. And I got triggered early anyways, so I don't like that. We're just gonna get out of this trade. Where did I close? Close about right here. It's pretty much break even. It's where I close. You gonna wait for this candlestick to flip bearish and flip back bullish for an entry, or break above this area here for a trend to the upside. But I don't like the fact I'm not trading a candle that's open aggressively with no bottom wick, bro. Especially on a 4-hour candle open, like that's kind of crazy. I wait for a retest on GJ as well. So with GJ got our breakout candle right over here. Just need a retest now for a potential continuation. Oh, man. It feels so right. It feels so right. My camera's so dirty, bro. There goes better. Why my camera's so dirty, bro? What y'all looking to trade tonight in the chat, bro? What y'all looking at? Let me know something. Give me all of you and shame for me. Hold on. I don't know if y'all comment in the chat or not, bro, but I'm talking to customer support with my prop firm, bro, about my payout because let me read what you said. I'm talking to customer support right now. I'm my prop firm, bro. But let me see. I'm in DJ for the buy to hit my fair value gap on a 2-hour time frame. What's your TP? I'm not in the trade yet. I'm waiting for my entry reason, so I didn't actually enter yet. I was looking to buy for this level, but until price meets my entry criteria, I don't just buy it just because it's happened to the level. But my overall target, if I do get my buy signal, will be these 1-hour highs here. I didn't enter yet though, so technically I'm not in. For me personally, I want to see price come down, take this low here to make a new low on this 5-minute chart. Then I would use this high as an entry for a trend continuation. So until price comes down to take this low to make a new low, then I don't get in yet. So if it just goes up from here, I'm okay with missing out on that. Because I need price to take this low first. That's just me though. If you're in the trade, stick to your own bias. I mean, stick to your own setup for sure. But for where I'm targeting though, I'll be targeting these equal highs up here. I know one nigga told me stop singing, told me put out them bars. Wow, this was a good exit, bro. This was a great exit on NZDUSD. Holy. So exactly right. If you withdraw to 11% and your account drops back to the starting balance, you will breach immediately. Immediately after the withdrawal. Okay. Exactly right. If you withdraw the full 11% and your account drops back to the starting balance, you would breach immediately after the withdrawal. You wouldn't breach immediately after withdrawal. You would only breach if you lose on your next trade, since any loss would drop you below locked drawdown limit. The source confirmed this. If you drawdown breaches, if your drawdown reaches your starting balance, it could lead to breaching on your next trade. So withdrawing everything puts you right at the edge where one losing trade would breach the account. Is this what you're looking for? Yes. I got another question. Another question. Oh, and for that losing trade, does floating PNL count or is it close positions? So floating PNL count their account equity. Bro, I was talking the whole time my shit was on mute, bro. Fuck. Did you hear what I think I said about GJ just now, bro? I don't know if you heard it or not. We just gonna go over it again. I said I'm not in these buys yet. I'm looking to take buys off of this level. Just because price tap into the level don't mean I buy immediately, right? So once price tap into my level, I need to see something specifically happen, and it hasn't happened yet, so I'm not in. What I'm waiting for specifically is for price to come down to retake this low, making a new low in a 5-minute chart. Then I will use this high as the entry signal for a trend continuation to the upside. That's what I'm waiting for specifically. So until price takes this low before taking a high, then I just won't be entering. If it just goes up from here without me, it's okay. Also, the you just asked me what I'll target. I will be targeting these highs up here, these equal highs, but I'm not in the trade yet. Let me go back to reading this. A floating P&L counts. Your account equity includes both closed and open positions when calculating drawdown breaches. So you're right. At your starting balance after withdrawing everything, even at open losing position that drops your equity below the level will breach the account. You don't have to close the trade for it to count. The system monitors your real-time equity, not just closed positions. Did I answer your question? So let's clarify. If I was to open a position that goes even $1 in drawdown, that would be a breach. That's dumb as fuck. At first I'm like, okay, I could do it, that's doable. But now it's just impossible. They already gave you a retest. Yeah, I need a retest for confirmation. Just because it retests a level doesn't give me confirmation. Let me give you an example. When I explain the way I trade, I like to give examples. That way everything I say has backed evidence and not just speculation. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's look at previous break and retest of previous structure levels. Um, let's look at let's look at let's look at I don't want to use nothing current price because all of these were just fucking response. Okay, yes, let's look at this example right over here. This is a trade I took back here. I was looking at a break and retest back over here. Let me skip this fucking ad. Can I skip this ad, bro? So I'm looking at this break retest right over here, right? This was a trade. This was a trade I took, based off of this level, right? And then as you see, we had a high over here. Price gave you another break and retest, right? So if I was to take another break and retest trade off of this level, without confirmations, I mean you got to break the retest, this buy would have failed and overall been a loss because this retest didn't give confirmations that the retest was going to hold. Okay. If the retest is too aggressive, it's probably going to be a fake out. That is how I avoid fake outs, by testing the strength of that set retest. So, for example, I was looking at budget area after I took the trade. I'm looking at a scale in the budget area. All right, price gave us a break, gave me a retest. The retest was too aggressive, so I didn't take it. The reason after I didn't take it, price came down. I avoided a loss here. Let's look at back here again. Price is creating higher highs and higher lows here. Price gave you another break above this level here. A retest. This retest was too aggressive. Guess what it did? It failed. So that's why I need to wait for something specifically to happen before let me know that the retest is going to hold before taking it. Let me show you some more examples. Okay, say look at a break and the retest of this high here, right? Again, retest failed to hold, price continued down. If I would have took this buy just because it gave you a retest, right, I would have took a loss here. Even this level, if I look at here, like we got a break here, looking at this retest failed as well. If I did the retest, the retest didn't hold and overall continued lower. Let's look at break retest of these highs here. All right, we got a break right over here with a candlestick closure above these wicks. We got a retest. The retest didn't hold. Price continued further down. Yeah, it gave me a break and retest, but you need confirmations to confirm that the retest is actually going to hold. Every retest will not hold. Like here, price created low lows and low highs, gave you a break of this low right over here, give you a retest. This retest didn't hold for sell side. It gave you the retest didn't hold, and looking at it, price continued higher from here. So if I was to take the break and retest sell, I would have lost this trade. That's why it's important to wait for confirmations after that confirms the break and retest. Just because price taps into a level doesn't mean it will hold. So let's go back to current price. So yes, in theory, price gave me the break and retest for potential continuation to the upside here. Yes, but where could I have possibly entered? Like what out of this candlestick pattern could I said this is a good point to enter, right? Only possible entry would have been this bullish engulfing candle. That's the only possible confirmation that this level is going to hold. Again, this is a 5-minute bullish engulfing candle, not really strong enough candle, not really a strong confirmation that this level will hold. So I'm not taking a trade off for 5-minute bullish engulfing. That's insane, right? That's why I didn't enter. I have a specific entry criteria that price has to abide by before I enter after price touches when it reaches my level. This was my level to trade off of. Price didn't give me the reaction that I was waiting for just yet. It's still loading. So like say hypothetically speaking, people that's taking this break and retest buy is in some profit now, right? There's a profit now. And instead price wants to come down and make a new low, take out this low. They're all losing. Now in the high time frame, this would look like a failed break and retest for price to come down to take out this low and possibly target these lows here. Um, 9 times out of 10, when you have a breaking retest, 9 times out of 10, majority of the time you have a breaking retest, if the retest doesn't have structure and it is an aggressive retest, it's probably not going to hold up. But what you mean by aggression? If the retest doesn't have structure, where it's printing clear lower lows and lower highs, it's probably going to be a failure to hold and overall being a fake out. Looking at this retest here on a 5-minute chart, yes, we do have a push down, but this push down was very aggressive with no structure. You don't see not one lower high, not one lower low, not one lower high, not one lower low. When I check my breaking retest, I look for this price action because I use these lower highs as entry points for trend continuation to my intended direction. Because at each of these entry points, just let you know that sellers are getting taken out here, sellers are getting taken out here, sellers are getting taken out here, buys are entering here, buys are entering here, buys are entering here. But this is where the market shifts from bearish structure to now going bullish. So until then, I don't trade it. So even if prices pull back to my level and just give me a wick projection and it just flips and just rips up 100 pips, I don't care about that. Because even if it happens right now, understanding that trading is a game of probability and a game of chance, the odds of that happening on a consistent basis isn't that likely. And I can prove it to you by looking at previous price action. And the previous price action I'm referring to is the breaking retest we went over before. Like this breaking retest right over here. Price gave you a break above this high right over here. This retest on the 5-minute chart didn't have structure. Guess what? The retest didn't hold. It overall went below the range. Gave you another possibility right over here. This got another break back above this area. Retest, no structure, didn't hold too well. Then price eventually gave the break up here. No, with no retest and a continuation. How many times would you have took this retest too aggressively and lost? You would took it too aggressively here, stop loss below this candle, lost. Took the buy over here, stop loss below this candle, lost. If you're a little more conservative, with the stop loss below this low, but you would still been in the trade. But like the probability of the level holding versus not holding when it comes to trading break and retest, if the retest is too aggressive, it's probably going to be a fake out. And as you can see, what price is doing right now, making equal lows. So now that I have this equal lows, I can set a buy stop here. That confirms this will be a low, a lower high, an internal lower low. That means if price breaks it back above this area, that means buyers are getting in control, and I'll anticipate that the bullish continuation will continue on the higher time frames. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, I'll go back to the 1 hour time frame and look at this entry, which will be at the break of these highs up here. We break this 1 hour current body. This is also where the 5-minute shifts back to bullish structure. This will be a 1 hour candlestick flipping bullish, and stop loss below this previous hourly wick. Look to target these lines up here. So now it's starting to align. Again, our 4-hour candle will be flipping bullish as well at that entry. We get stop loss below this current 4-hour low. So that's how the lower time frames will be higher, lining up with the higher time frames at that same time. But strictly just taking the trade based off of the 5-minute, giving me a break retest with no confirmations, is something that's not going to happen too often. Like it might win right now, but like it's not something that's consistent enough for me to kind of trade it. Yeah, I'm talking about current price right now. Yeah, I understand you're talking about current price. But the rules of current price, okay, unless you have a specific rule set, no matter if it's current price or previous price, you have to apply the same rule set because trading is a game of chance. And that's how you build consistency. You have to do the same thing over time, no matter what the outcome of it is. And to predict current price, you have to know how previous price works. So that's why I give you previous price action example to show you why I wait for what I wait for on current price. Because previous price action history, what price action has did in the past, correlates to what price action could potentially do now. That's how probabilities work. So now looking at it in hindsight, now you see the 5-minute time frame, people that was early buyers that had stop loss below this low or stop loss below these lows here Now they're getting taken out. This is why I wait for a lower low after a retest. Then I use this as an entry instead of losing this as an entry with no confirmation here. Did that make sense that time? Hopefully that makes sense. But now I'm looking at buy stop at the break of this high up here. So I'm looking for it. And I'll use this one candle down here for stop loss 14. Let's run this to 15 pips. So I'm gonna set a buy stop here. What is this, GJ? So what the fuck is this stop loss, bro? Actually, we're gonna do below this 18. Let's run this to 20. I don't want to use that 1 hour candle because that candle has no bottom weight. Alright, we got a pending order set here. I'm scared. I'm talking about I read it already. I want to go to the bathroom in the meantime, bro. So I've got a pending order set here. This is my second take profit. But we're going to target this fib level up here, not gonna lie. Almost 1 to 3, 1 to 2.9. So for that fib level, let's look to the left hand side. Let's look for price action though. It's pretty far away, but it's this high up here. It's about 1 to 5, 1 to 4.8, almost 1 to 5. Let's see. you think about Coinex not asking for IDs? Isn't that sketchy? Coinex, we ask for IDs, but I use Coinex and I had to use my ID. If they don't use IDs, it's probably something new. Because I'm pretty sure when I opened my Coinex account a while ago, I might use my ID. But even if they don't use IDs, bro, they haven't given me a problem. Like they process my payouts when I withdraw, so I don't really care. I don't give a fuck if brokers scam everybody else. As long as they process my shit, I'm good. That's kind of fucked up to say. We did not play that little boy in the club because we did not listen to rats. What y'all looking at the trade tonight, though? What y'all looking at in the chat? Tell me you would get stretched. Mm-hmm. Drake, nigga. Rain Drake, brown Drakes. I'ma do what it takes. And the money hard to make. Can we get 1,000 likes on the stream, bro? I didn't even read the YouTube chat. Well, I like your trade, although I've been in it for 2 hours. I like my trade too, bro. You gotta understand trading is a game of probability, bro. It's a game of chance. Understanding that the market, bro, the market is completely random. You're gonna hear a lot of people say on TikTok it's not random, it's an algorithm, it's not random. They fucking lying, bro. The market is random. It's literally random. You cannot predict emotion. The market is driven by traders. Money moves the market. Not retail traders. Institutional traders, yes. But money moves the market. Understanding that every active participant in the market is a part of the money that's moving the market. And you can't predict emotion. That's what makes the market random. The market is completely fucking random. There are patterns, yes, right? And the patterns repeat themselves, yes. So you don't know when the pattern's going to repeat itself versus when it's going to go against the pattern. You don't know when price is going to make an equal high and reverse or make a new high above the previous high and continue. You don't know that. That's what makes it random. So once you understand that the market is random, and each win you take is completely generated randomly, each loss you take is completely generated randomly, then you start to not look at each individual trade and look at how you perform on a series of trades, not just each individual trade. Like even if I lose this trade, the next time I see the setup, I want to take it again because I know over 70% of the time I take the same exact setup, I win it. Even if I take this trade the next 2, 3 times and I lose it all in a row, the fourth, fifth time I see it, I'm going to still take it. I'm about to start a TikTok series. My first video on my TikTok series is gonna be today. Right after I get off live stream, I'll post a TikTok video for my day one series. And inside this TikTok series I'm making, it's gonna be about me telling you why you're struggling to become consistently profitable. And I'm gonna do one video every day of me telling TikTok on why y'all struggling to become consistently profitable. And one of the things I want to talk about today is the fact that most traders don't understand that this is price action is random. My camera not focusing, bro. I just noticed that. Lose my remote to my light every fucking day. Fuck. Got hourly closure. Got our hourly closure in the next 9 minutes. So we got 1.4K likes. Can we get 2K? Brenda, thanks for the likes on the live, bro. Or go, Brenda. How long y'all been trading in chat? Oh, wait. $7.7. Order 7.7. 7.7, right? 990. Oh no. Pending order. There we go. Almost fucked up. 7. Nice. All right, stop. There we go. Well, y'all born in the chat, bro. Well, y'all so bored in the chat. I could be playing Fortnite right now. I feel like I'm actually about to play Fortnite. And probably like the next 2 minutes, if I don't get unbored, I want to play Fortnite. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just opening it up now. Now I'm seeing M's. Like a ship in the train. Alexander, great thing for the likes on the live, bro. So, bro, how long you been trading? And what do you be trading? Talk to me, bro. Let me know. You see me fall yet? Wins and losses. You want to see me fall? I will never sell my soul. Concept like queens. 1442. Time to downplay my dreams. Go. Wait, you see me. 2 minutes is already candle close. Let's look at GBP See how it's already candle will close the next 2 minutes. Might get a quarter below, which is nice. Fucking breaking his ass. Trying to get to. Let's call this nigga Kitty, bro. Just to get to it fast. I mean, bottom line. All right, y'all got 10 minutes before I get bored and end the live, bro. Like actually. and play Fortnite by myself. Cause like I'm bored as fuck. Let's see if I got filled in there, bro. Did I get slipped? I did get slipped. Fuck this broker, bro. Why'd I get slipped there? Look at this shit, bro. Why am I slipped here? Holy fuck. This is the second time I got slipped today. I don't want to sell my account size. Never mind. Alright, I'm bored. I'm going for Fortnite. I'm about to hit break.